Alright, hello, welcome. We're going to do Veluta Lunata's story arc here. We just ground out the spectral badge for it. Turns out we didn't need to, but we did it anyway. So here we go. If you and I are going to work together, you need to understand one thing. I'm out for myself. Accept that, and we'll work well together. Try to change me, and you may end up like Marco here. An Arachnos ghost story. We may have a problem with the special operative Rauscher, the leader of the Arachnos lab, tasked with investigating the Red Hands. Lately, he's been erratic. Half the time he doesn't file his reports, and when he does, sketchy to say the least. Ghost was concerned that Rauscher may be using Arachnos property for his own pursuits. I'd like you to check the lab, bring Rauscher back to me. I think I can get the truth out of him. Marco knows tons of ways of getting to people's secrets. Don't you, darling? I can never leave Veluta despite her treachery. My soul is truly hers. Alright, well that's where we're at in our lives. That poor Hellion got taunted and then I left him there just standing like, see ya! Turn those toggles off. Turn my armor toggles on. I think they do all dark damage. Like all negative. Let me open up the combat log. We'll watch what happens in this first fight. Because if we can turn a toggle off, that'd be great. Ghostly Blast for negative damage. No, they do lethal too. Okay. So 2 damage toggles is a good thing. Or two resist toggles. Rad spines, actually. This is a tanker, but yeah. Hello, the sand pit. I thought it might be fun to try something, you know, that's not a brute or a scrapper. So here I am with the tank. Plus, the resist numbers got absolutely sickening when I don't have a final build, but like the prototype build I slapped together in like 30 seconds, okay, like 5 minutes, was pretty brutal looking. And so now we're just steadily going through all City Villains content, one story arc at a time. So that's why I'm not getting any XP, is I got XP turned off so I don't miss any missions. Which, that's a lot easier than what I did back on live with my characters. I just ran around with maxed out debt all the time. You know, getting money and stuff is not that hard. Like, in the time I've taken playing this character and doing these story arcs, I could have already been like level 50 and halfway to being fully incarnated. Like, I'm just enjoying going through stuff I haven't done in ages. Like, I don't think I've done this story arc, Veluta Lunata's, since I did it on my mastermind on live in like the year 2009. So except for the fact that Veluta Lunata killed her boyfriend, I don't remember anything about this story arc. In fact, I thought we had to unlock the spectral badge to get it still, but apparently we didn't. We could have just walked over and talked to her. So we did it the old way, and we totally didn't even need to do it the old way. About the journey, not this? Yeah. I mean, if I'm completely frank, my name's not Frank, but if I was Frank, then looking at, like, I would just, like, get to level 50 and I would do the same incarnate content all over again that I've done a million times. Or I could flash back to all these things and they'd be really easy. And the game's easy enough as it is. So we're just kind of enjoying struggling a little bit. Every now and then, you know, you get into some trouble. You got to eat a bunch of candy to survive. And maybe later on, when I'm level 50, we'll end up coming back and soloing like the Strike Forces or something. We could do that. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. Right now, I'm in do story arc mode. We are gonna have to rest here after this mob. I am not slotted very well, or maybe even at all, actually. Playing a Stalker. I like Stalkers okay. The Stalker I had the most fun playing, and this was way back on live, was actually a Spine's Dark Stalker. It was sort of meant to be like the evil version of my Scrapper. And which hey, couldn't be you. Hey, hey. Get out of here, Mr. Regen. And that was a hoot, man, because you just, you'd pop out a hide by spraying spines over a whole group. It's like, yep, I'm just AoEing everything. Original villain was Katana Ninjutsu. Yeah, that's a pretty classic combo. My first villain was a energy brute. I got to like level 5 and deleted it. It was that miserable of an experience. Yeah, so here's what I got slotted so far. Basically nothing. Which this will all change as we go up in levels. I'll start dropping things into these slots as we go. Then I made my bots force field mastermind. And that was a blast. Because bots just take care of themselves, man. So you just kind of stand around and cackle while everything dies around you in a glorious, like, cacophony of lasers and missiles. Take it back, but the way I'm like stopping and talking, we maybe don't actually need to use the rest power. Sure with him in, you almost wrote it off till you tried Beast TA, huh? I'm a big fan of traps on Mastermind, actually. Early on, the Acid Mortar is such a great tank. It's hard to overstate how good Acid Mortar is. And then later on you get like Poison Trap or Poison Bomb, whatever it's called, and you can just start making like bosses melt. Really good stuff. Gosh darn it, I hope that guy didn't run away. I am by no means like the world's best Mastermind player because I just go attack and just let them go attack stuff. Traps is also pretty active because you're always popping out something. Yeah, that guy ran off. We'll have to get him in a minute. They have made the primaries a little more active than they used to be. I'm obviously not on a Mastermind to show you, but like the power or the attack powers are actually worth taking now. Like on my bots Mastermind, I have, well, on my bots traps, I have like Photon Grenade or whatever. So she's actually got a couple of attacks. And then the trap secondary gives me a little bit of stuff to do. But I do appreciate that it's like I'm just dropping more pets on my pet character, like my pet using character, which synergy. Power boost is sick sometimes. My problem with power boost is I forget that I have it. If that makes any sense, but it's true. Like, I totally forget that I have power boost on characters that I take it on, which is why I don't take it very often. It's like, I know I'm not ever going to click this button. We're going to do it. We're doing it. We're using rest. Don't look, Ninja Weasel. Avert your eyes. Just go away, Night Haunt. I hate that these guys resist just enough of my damage that's made them annoying to fight. Oh good, we're almost done with the map. Right on. Yeah, Operative Fancy Pants or whatever has let ghosts escape in his laboratory. And we gotta clean up the mess. We're cleaning it up. One ghost fight at a time. Man, this rad heal feels really anemic. Alright, mission complete. Found the base full of ghosts, and the only sign of Operative Rauscher was a cryptic message on this computer. Off to lurk? Enjoy your lurks. I definitely am enjoying the ride. We passed her up? Or are we on the wrong hill? On the wrong hill. Sup, girl? Doesn't look good for Rauscher. At a minimum, he's let the project get way out of hand. At worst, he's off on some crazy quest for power. Gotta find him, Tabez. If we let him get away, Ghost Widow may well take her frustration out on both of us. Proved your skill, Tabez, though your loyalty is still in question. While you greater access to the store, yada yada. Don't find Special Operative Rauscher. Gotta fight these guys because they came over here. Ghostwood will have both our heads. Fortunately, I got an idea where he may be. Rauscher maintained a secondary lab where he kept most of the ghosts his men had captured. Not a lot of people know about it. Could be a good place for him to hole up if he suspects trouble. You should. Care to check it out? I mean, my contingency plans, kid. This thing goes sour, you're on your own against Ghost Widow. Yeah, I'll be fine. Sirocco won't let us get killed yet. He hasn't finished using us for the Dr. Graves story arc. Defeat Operative Fowler and his men. Alright, well, we'll work on that. After we fight this Marconi capo. Marconi bosses are hard to find sometimes. Man, we do so little damage to these dudes. Look at that. It's a struggle. Wow, that was rough. Feed Operative Fowler and his men. Port Oaks. Alright. Bounce over to the old Port Oaks here. I mean, we're already in it, but you know what I mean. We're going this way. So we found a capsule. No, instead of anniversary badges costing reward merits, they should have made them cost capsules. That would have made more sense, like the anniversary tokens or whatever they're called. Because that would force people to go do that event to get those tokens. And I bet it would inflate the price of those tokens on the market, which would have been healthy for the economy and the market. Oh, we don't actually need to clear the map, so we are not going to clear this map. We are going to eat these guys up, and then we're going to run around like a maniac and do the things we got to do. Maniac, maniac, you know. But she's stabbing like she's never stabbed before. She's a maniac, maniac, you know. That's right, Zilg. That is right. Probably the clue, the last room with the boss. So we're making a beeline for the last room of the map. Which is a funny phrase. Do bees actually like move in straight lines? Like, do they go from point A to point B very directly, or do they actually just kind of like meander around because they're flying, following chemicals trails, which aren't necessarily arranged in a linear kind of way with the way the environment is? You know, wind, rain, other creatures moving around, interfering with the signal. Like, do bee lines actually curve all over the place? Is that a bad saying? I don't know. These are the thoughts I have on a Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Oh, I'm so glad I'm not having to do the radio voice for this. Radio, radio, radio! Okay, this should be the boss room. Yep. It is the boss room. I'm not seeing any sign of the glowy, so we'll have to go hunt for the glowy separately. That's okay. No, Marconi goons are known as mooks. Or, no, actually, they're just known as the family. It's Guido the mooches, the Vrandys that are the mooks, but no, the Marconis are just the family. But I make you an offer you can't refuse. Look out, Ghost Arachnos. Rashers beyond even Ghost Widow's grasp now. Look at these guys. Thinking they're all high and mighty, hoity-toity. But you know they should be. Radio gang. Alright, we're going to have to turn the audio on. I apologize that you'll actually have to hear the game. But if the glow's not in the back room, there's no telling where they stuffed it in this mission. I don't know that it would pop on the map for us. Yeah, I didn't think it was in here. It might still be in there. We didn't do a very good sweep. But my gut tells me it's not in there. It also should not be back here. There should be nothing back here. Yep. Never mind. There it is. No audio needed. We ran right past it and didn't even notice. That's okay. Now, the radio doesn't really have a gang. The radio is just the radio. And much like the television does, it convinces other people to work for it. Oh, wait till we get to the television, XLG. Television is a hoot. Television is life. Television is love. And as we all know, television killed the radio. So, Rauscher's in the spirit world, eh? If you're brave enough, we should go looking for him there. It's safer than facing Ghost Widow, I can assure you that. I'm beginning to believe we may develop a friendship of a sort. Gonna sell you stuff. Thanks. Alright, Rauscher's in the spirit world. We may have to get him back at all costs. According to that file you found, Rauscher's managed to open a portal to the spirit world inside a sewer tunnel in Dockside. Get over there and follow him. It's the only way to save ourselves from Ghost Widow's wrath. Find him, let him know how displeased we are with his work. It should help. It's something I've developed to keep me safe from any sort of spectral interference. Oh. Ghost Slayer bomb. That's right. Ghost Slayer bomb. It's a bomb. That's a Ghost Slayer. It's gonna explode right in their freaking face. And then it's gonna be like we opened a can of mace. That's right. Okay, there we go. Oh, another family boss? Yeah, we'll stop and fight you. You gotta kill like 200 of those guys for a badge, man. We're gonna be at that for forever. I have no idea what you're talking about, XLG. Oh, Son Al Gabe is the voice from the Outer World. So the boss ought to be all the way over here, so we're going to go right to him. So the Kwisatz Haderach is the Bene Gesserit's plan to produce a super being that can see where they can't see. And of course their whole idea with that is that they can control that person. And then Lady Jessica kind of screwed their plan up by having a boy instead of a girl. And so the Kwisatz Haderach popped out a generation or so earlier than they intended. The voice from the outer world is stuff the Bene Gesserit planted among the Fremen population so that they could manipulate and use the Fremen if they ever had a Reverend Mother get trapped down there or something, which is exactly what happened. So they're not the same thing at all, but they're totally both Bene Gesserit plans. So, Rausher discorporated in the spirit world. That would be trouble, but luckily, we got that portal you found. That discovery ought to stem Ghostwill's wrath, I hope. And you work with me, you'll find that she can be a cruel taskmistress. Yes, she can be. Alright, so that was one story arc from Lunata Veluta. We're going to take a very quick break. Then we're going to hop in and do Power of the Spirit, which I guess is a whole other story arc. I don't remember her having 2 story arcs, but I guess she does. Look on the wiki here. Yeah, she's got a second story arc with 3 missions. Okay, so we'll do that in the next episode on YouTube.